I just want to thank you for that introduction and reminder that all of my actually impressive things happened in high school. Let me start with a welcome and a congratulations to all the Rushies that are in the room tonight. Welcome to the first of what I hope is many brotherhood events that you all join us for. When I say brotherhood, I mean that. We'll come back a little more to that later. But for now, let me just say that I can speak for Phi's old and new when I say that we are thrilled that you're here. Congratulations also on making it towards almost the end of what is a truly grueling process. Know that you're not here by accident tonight. Know that you're here because the brothers that you've met through this process are so excited just to be with you, that they've stood up in front of the rest of us and vouched for you specifically. So thank you for being here. Also congrats on presumably not doing what was the best thing I ever personally witnessed in Rush. Which is during second round that is soon to be discontinued south of the border party in 1508. So I walk up to go to the bathroom, walk down the main hallway, and I see a Rushie. We have a stack of Corona boxes also in the hallway. He picks one up, pulls out a bottle, par for the course. He grabs a bottle opener, also normal. I don't even know why I'm still watching at this point, but I am. And I'm glad that I was, because the bottle opener he picked up was one of those combo ones, the bottle opener and a corkscrew. And before I know what I'm seeing, he manages to stab the corkscrew through the top of the beer bottle and is yanking it vigorously, trying to get it to come off. Obviously, doesn't work. And it looks like a kid stuck his fingers in one of those little Chinese traps. So at this point, he's panicking because he knows he's done something terribly wrong. And so he looks up. He's trying to make sure that he got away with it and nobody was there. And most people were downstairs. So when he first looked up, he thought he was in the clear. And then he turns around and looks down the hallway and locks eye contact with me. And I've never seen a deer more in the headlights than this kid holding an impaled Corona, staring down the hallway at somebody that was supposedly evaluating. So here we're standing here, me trying to keep it together, him trying to figure out what the hell to say in this scenario. Until he finally breaks the silence, but all he can manage to say is, "Please don't tell anyone." After I told everyone, including you. That kid didn't make it to Brotherhood dinner, so you guys are doing great. To the brothers here, a heartfelt thank you for the invitation to speak tonight. It isn't lost on me that, with the exception of Joey, who snuck in here somehow, I didn't actually overlap with any of you. And I'll assume that also means that none of you know what a huge mistake you made giving me a captive audience. So you see, the great thing about giving a speech is that I have a mic and you all are stuck in this room. They literally closed the doors. And I have a lot of hot takes that nobody ever listens to, so I'm going to take this opportunity to deliver them. The first one is Nickelback is underrated. I'm not sorry about that. Chad Kruger has the voice of an angel. It just happens to be an angel that smokes pack a day. Tom Brady is a mediocre quarterback.
Oh.
I live in Boston. They don't like it there either. It's fine. I'm not sorry. The man wears Uggs and makes out with his kids. If you haven't heard that, Google it. It's disturbing. And the best show on television is The Bachelor.
Yeah.
That's not a hot take.
It's just I wasn't sure how the reaction was going to be to that sentence. I was hoping for a laugh because the murmur I got sounded more like, "Yeah, that guy watches The Bachelor. That makes sense to me." I don't know how I feel about that reaction, but whatever. I do, in fact, love The Bachelor, believe it or not. And The Bachelor is where I want to start tonight. Whether or not that's a weird topic for a room full of guys, I don't care. You're stuck. It's my guilty pleasure. There's something pure about TV that trashy. And there was literally no way you were watching season 27 of The Bachelor to look cool. It's impossible. So you gotta watch it because you love it, which I do. And as tempted as I was to make the rest of this speech an elongated metaphor about Rush as an episode of The Bachelor, which would have been great for me and terrible for you, I refrained from that, and I really only started there because it's the first place that I heard a phrase I want you all to think about tonight. As with any good trashy TV show, there is constantly drama on The Bachelor. You know, the weighty, serious kinds of things, like when two contestants wear the same dress. Hard-hitting stuff. But in the middle of the season, they always run out of real things to fight about. So the producers, because they're making a show, start feeding them lines they know are going to create fights. And their favorite thing, the one that always creates a flailing, hair-pulling fight, is to make someone say she isn't here for the right reasons. I don't usually recommend taking life lessons from The Bachelor. It's a show with 28 seasons about finding true love that has produced 5 actual couples. But I do recommend keeping a journal of interesting phrases. That's something, strangely enough, that my high school physics teacher once told me to do. I've been doing it ever since. So whenever I hear something that kind of catches my attention and makes me think, I just write it down. I've got a couple hundred of them on my phone. And the first time I heard she isn't here for the right reasons, it just sort of struck me. A vague insult. What does it mean? What are the right reasons to be somewhere? As it happens with most of the quotes I take down, I kind of forgot about it for a long time. Until I sat down to try and write this speech, and it hit me that I had literally no idea what to say to all of you tonight. I had no idea how I was supposedly going to descend into this room and distill this complex, living, breathing brotherhood. How I was supposed to summarize something that is evolving and passionate. How I had any hope of doing justice to this kind of amorphous thing that meant so much to me. Because the problem is, the more something means to you, the harder it is to put words on it. So whenever I draw a blank like that, I go looking through this list. It's an easy way to find someone else's words that are more eloquent than you. And so I'm scrolling through that list, thinking about how I might make these fit a speech about Fido. Some of them are too long, too dry, or unrelated. Some of them just didn't quite fit. I didn't think you all wanted to hear a speech with the theme, life is hard. After all, it kills you. Clever, but not a great speech theme. Same goes for the difference between genius and stupidity, is that genius has limits. It's a little mean. So I finally got to, are you here for the right reasons, and it stuck. It just felt right. So I thought Fido is about being here for the right reasons. And rather than explain why that felt right to me, I'd rather tell you stories that I think make it come true. Wynn Jordan's a Phi in my pledge class. He's a good kid from Woodbury Forest with a weakness for Bud Light wine. And as a 4th year, he volunteered to be what we call an educator, to run our pledging process, which, the way that we do things, means that he essentially had to go through pledging all over again in his spring semester, 4th year. Think about that. Spring semester, 4th year is where everything is free and easy. It's the retirement home of UVA, which, as an aside, if you didn't know that retirement homes have huge STD problems, now you do, and I'm not sorry. All your own. So here's Wynn, who, as far as I know, is STD-free. Entering a semester where he can do literally whatever he wants to do. For context, I took 3 classes that semester. 2 of them were golf and brewing. And Wynn volunteers spend that semester guiding our new guys. He did that because he wanted the process, yes, to be tough, but more importantly, to be rewarding, to be meaningful, to be something that builds up a pledge class instead of tearing it down. He did it because we all take a pledge to leave this fraternity not only not less, but greater than we found it. In fact, Wynn actually put it better than I ever could. When I asked him, he said, in Rush, I always wished I had the words to tell people what Fido is. But pledging is different. It isn't about having words to tell them, it's about showing them and watching them mold it into their own. That kind of selfless sense of service is being here for the right reasons. And lest you think Wynn is a saint, the last time I texted him asking for something, he responded, will you trade me sexual favors? Which, fine, a little bit of a raunchy joke. What was better is that he followed that up with, oh shit, I accidentally just sent that to a kid from church camp. So Wynn, it's going in. Pratt is another one of my pledge leaders. And as far as I know, he's the only person in the history of this school to have body slammed an entire Theta pledge class. Now, you might say to me, that is a really crude way to tell us that Mike is good with the ladies. And I would say that it wasn't at all a euphemism. It was very literal. You see, around Christmas every year, this fraternity engages in something you could generously call caroling. I say generously because while I've never actually heard a cat be murdered, I think that's a better description of what we're doing than the word caroling. If you need evidence of that, I believe that Larry Sabato's Twitter feed is apparently a place you should start. But anyway, the sororities seem to like it. They invite us back, they make us cookies. And so one year, about 3/4 of the way through our caroling tour, we arrived at Theta. When they open the door, you can see they're all kind of patiently waiting on the stairs for us to sing. And Pratt, who's like the Mississippi to my Alabama, he's the only reason that I wasn't ranked last on the height list, is standing in the back. He can't see. So naturally he climbed on someone's shoulders, as anyone would. And I'm not a scientist, never done research on the relationship between balance and sobriety. But let's put it this way, have you ever seen the end of a Jenga game? If what you're thinking is, did you catapult Mike Pratt into a staircase full of thetas? The answer is yes.
John.
It required a variety of apology emails. And that story had nothing to do with being here for the right reasons. I just think it's funny. To be clear, Mike is an objectively respectable human. He finished a pre-med degree in 3 years. He's at the top of his class at Baylor Med School now. He literally owns a house. He's a respectable adult. He'd probably be upset that I started with that story, but I don't care. And I bring him up because the other day I told him I was going to talk to you all about being here for the right reasons. And without skipping a beat, what he said is my own reason would just be the ease of hanging out. Spending an entire day watching football. Intramural softball games that are really just an excuse to be together. Having guys to study for the MCAT with, having a 40 on the Route 1508 on a fall afternoon. I understand you've locked that window, shame on you. That is the magic of Mike Pratt. He's the happiest man in the world when he's just lounging around. Shooting the shit, being carefree. And that is how he made the fraternity a better place. Just being there, hanging out. To borrow a phrase from a much better Brotherhood speech, FIs show up. And Mike Pratt always shows up. And that's a different way than wins. But that is still being there for the right reason. I could walk you through every guy I overlapped with at Fight Up. You get lots of different takes, lots of different reasons. There are guys that are here for the laughs, guys that are here for the intellectual challenge of being around a group of people that aren't like them. There are guys that are here for the support network and the guidance. There are guys that are here for the lifelong friendships that literally stretch around the world. So there are a lot of reasons to be here. And lots of ways to be here for the right reason. There's an S on that word on purpose. It's plural. There are multiple reasons that are right. But what they all have in common is being intentional and selfless. You're not a 5 for you, you're a 5 for the guys around you. For the guys that came before you and the ones that will follow. That, in essence, is our idea of brotherhood, capital B. That's why we take it so seriously. Because brotherhood only works when you're all there for the right reasons. If that's enough about our reasons. To the Rushies in the room, I say this. Tonight isn't about our reasons, it's about your reasons. What are your reasons? Why are you here? Why are you sitting in this room tonight? If it's because you look around your table and you look around the room, and you see guys that surprise and stretch you, guys that could be your roommates and groomsmen, guys that could be the person you call when something goes really terribly wrong, but also the person you call when something goes hilariously right. If that's why you're here for the right reason. If it's because you're ready to be pushed to grow as a man over your years here, you're here for the right reason. If it's because you're excited to leave something better than you found it, then you're here for the right reasons. And if you're here for the right reasons,